Welcome back. I'm Stan Hustad, and we take the weekend off so that you can do some of the things that are important on the weekend. We take Monday off so that you, in terms of getting your act and work together, are all ready to go. But here we come, Tuesday through Friday, sometimes into the weekend. We're here every day to try and help you build a life, build a business, and build a brand that will reach the world. We want your company, your enterprise to not only survive, we want it to thrive. And we want you to understand that if you want to do that, you're going to have to go for some higher power, some extra power, and some extra wisdom, insight, and truth. And hopefully, we can provide a little bit of that for you. And right, my headline got your attention. Yeah, you got to roll the dice, D-I-C-E, because a lot of business is just like Vegas, and we need to figure out what to do. So if you'll give me about 15 minutes today, I'll tell you a little bit about the dice effect and how that can help you with your business, and then perhaps just an idea about how you can make life and business work a little bit better. This is for you, the Jesus Entrepreneur, and the program starts right now. And indeed, we do thank you for joining us. This is the Christian Entrepreneur Network, tcentrepreneur.org. tcentrepreneur.org. We're building a new website. We hope you can catch us soon as we go there. And I'd love to hear from you. RadioEdge77@gmail.com. RadioEdge77@gmail.com. And we'd love to hear your questions. And one of the questions that kind of came to me is someone actually heard a little bit of a talk I had done, and they caught the end of it. And they said, Stan, somewhere I heard you have what was called the DICE formula for an entrepreneurial startup. A company needs to have dice. They need to roll the dice. What in the world did you mean by that? Well, I'm well known for having all kinds of little numbers. Like, for instance, do you know what AIDDA means? AIDA? Well, if you don't know, you better learn, because if you want to sell, if you want to make your living by selling things, by merchandising things, promoting things, you better know the formula, AIDDA. That's one of my formulas. But let me talk to you a little bit about DICE and why I like to use this as kind of a little teach about for you, the business entrepreneur. First of all, it's a little bit Las Vegas. And by the way, Las Vegas, fortunately or unfortunately, depending on your point of view, is a very much of a microcosm of what the marketplace is like today. It's a lot of lights, a lot of noise, a lot of sound, a lot of phonies, a lot of cons, a lot of people gambling, a lot of people doing a lot of things that aren't really good for them. But there's also entertainment. There's spectacular. There's doing it big. There are people making their mark. But you see, the point is rolling the dice. Usually that implies something not too good. Well, first of all, I love the term roll. And as I talked to you some time ago about the 9/11, one of the heroes, Todd Beamer, the man, truly the man, who said, let's roll, let's roll. And I'm told that that was what he used to say to his 3 young boys, and it's hard to believe they're probably grown young men right now. When we were taking him out the car, going on a project, he'd say, let's roll. And so I'm told that when his wonderful wife heard that that's what he had said, through her tears, that was kind of a smile, because she knew that Todd loved to say, let's roll, let's go, let's move. And by the way, mobility, movement, rolling is a key part of business success. You gotta keep moving. You've got to be mobile. That's even better than flexible, or what other term they're now using, or what is it, viable, or something like that, or agile. No, It's mobile, movement, rolling. But here we go. DICE. First of all, your business today will need one of the top entrepreneurial strengths. And Gallup just put this in their strength finders, and it's a bit controversial. They say disruptor. Somebody who challenges the way things are. Now, you're not going to like a lot of disruptors. Most people don't. However you feel about him, Donald Trump's one of his strengths. I guarantee you, if he would take one of the entrepreneurial strength finders, he's a disruptor. That's what he does. Many companies are successful because they have disruptors in them, and they are now disrupting business. Think of all the industries that weren't ready to be disrupted. Do you remember Blockbuster? Oh, they were an arrogant little company that became an arrogant big company, and they weren't ready for the disruption that came with Netflix, and they're gone. Remember, whatever you do, someone is out there to disrupt your business, your industry. Think about it. Where is the disruption of your industry coming from? Don't look for threats, that SWAT stuff. No, where are the disruptions? And on the other hand, how can you and your company be a disruptor? And do you have somebody, heart, mind, and spirit and persona, that really is a bit of a disruptor in your company? Are you one? Would you test out as a disruptor? There's the D, okay? Are you one of those? Okay, I. You've got to be an idea person, an innovator. Okay, just causing trouble, disrupting, is not good enough. What are your ideas for a better solution, a better situation, a way to solve the problems better than what is out there? Where are the innovators? And right now, what is happening is that most companies still find the disruptor and the innovator a bit of a threat. And I'll tell you why. Because most people are not disruptors and most people are not innovators. Most people are security seekers. That's just the way it is. A lot of people will never be entrepreneurs. They just don't have the stuff. They don't have the emotional, the spiritual, the relational. They don't have the stuff to do it. They're too afraid. They don't have the things that are necessary to do it. That's okay. There's all kinds of things and situations that people who are not disruptors and innovators and communicators and entrepreneurs can do and be very, very worthwhile. Now, the man who comes and is the handyman in my house and helps me fix things, I love him. He's a dear, dear man. He's very, very valuable. He's not a disruptor or an innovator. He's a fixer. And I love him profoundly. And he's making a good living and changing his community. And he is literally now hiring other people to work with him. He's becoming an entrepreneur. And as I said to him, Luis, for years you worked for the man. And he smiled. And I said, and now you are the man. And he said, I really can't believe it, Stan, but I guess I am. Okay, next you need a communicator. I'm really on to this. I don't care what business you're in, you have to be in the communication business. I have a church that I know of that unfortunately the people who do that church are not very good at communication. And communication is vital in a church today. Communication using the modern media is vital today. What's going on? That we are not learning how to communicate. Now, again, going back to Donald Trump, like him or not, remember, of all the people who ran for office of the president, he was the only one who really had any media communication savvy. Were there people more qualified than him? Of course. Were there people who were nicer than him? Of course. Were there people who might have been smarter than him? Well, not many, because he's pretty smart. But what he did know is, in his experience in radio and television and performing, he knew how to communicate. And that's what he did, and he did it well. You need a storyteller. You need a teacher. You need a performer. You need to have an STP in your company. Now, I will raise my hand because one of the things I do is I come alongside and I be your adjunct. I'll come along as your coach and your guide and your mentor on how to do that, and I'll be your STP, and I'll teach you how to be a storyteller, teacher, and performer. But every company has to have a good story. They have to tell it well, and they have to use it to communicate their wisdom, their insight, their truth, and their value. They have to do that to demonstrate how good they are. You need to have a communicator. And finally, you need to have an entrepreneur. Now, let's face it. What the entrepreneur has to do is, because nobody is paying him, he doesn't have any job security. He doesn't have somebody who is going to give him money because he shows up. The entrepreneur only gets money when he has done something so nice, so powerful, so good, and so effective that people do what they really don't want to do, and that's they pull out their wallet, their checkbook, their bank credit card, and they give you money. And how do you give money? How do you get people to give you money? Oftentimes I ask that of a company or a business. How do you get people to give you money? And by the way, why should they give you money? Can you tell them why they should? If I would ask you, you came up and you had an offer for me, and I'd say, you want some money? Well, yeah. Why should I give you money? What's your answer to that? How can you do the services, the goods, the experiences that you have, and how can you turn them into, if there's no money, there's no margin, and there's no money, there's no margin. I don't care how noble your mission, you're gone. So you have to have somebody who has an entrepreneurial heart, mind, and spirit to take all of the good things that the company, the organization, the movement, the church can produce, and somehow find a way to pay the bills and to pay the staff and to have something left for those people who then have to go out and pay their own bills and make a living and build a business and do the good things and give to all the good causes out there. So you have to have an entrepreneur in your business. Okay, there we go. That's the DICE factor. Disruptor, an idea innovator, a communicator, and an entrepreneur. Are you one of those? Which one are you? Are you all of those? Do you need someone to come alongside of you and help you find those people? Do you need to become a better one yourself? Or do you need to just go out and hire one, at least for the time being, who can help you do some disruption, do some innovation, communicate well, and entrepreneur? Get more people to get connected to you. All right? You got that? You got to create something, you got to connect with people, and you got to turn it into cash. Do you know how to do that? Think about that. I'm Stan Hustad. We're trying to help you build a business, build a life, and build a brand that works. That's what we do on The Jesus Entrepreneur. Thank you for your time. Now, that was a little 15-minute teach about. That's all we did. 15 minutes. Go through that. Listen to this again and make sure you understand. You got to roll. You got to disrupt. Ideas and innovation. Communication. Radio, TV, social media. And you got to be an entrepreneur. Somewhere, money has to come through the door. Entrepreneurs make money come through the door. That's what we got to do. Hey, Stan Houston's my name. I do a lot of this kind of stuff for you, your business personally. I can help you. Why don't you reach out? RadioEdge77@gmail.com. RadioEdge77@gmail.com. We're located in Tucson, Arizona. And the Radio Edge studio, the what we call a radio on demand studio, Studio 1, is located on Highway 77. We're not too far from Route 66, Highway 77, in the wonderful cowboy, copper, cactus state of Arizona. Cowboy country. We'll talk about that someday. A lot of things about cowboys. Hey, again, my name is Stan Houston. You are in tune with the program that is designed, first of all, to help us honor, love the Lord Jesus. You got that? As we say, to see Him more clearly, love Him more dearly, and follow Him more clearly. Because that's what you need. The business world is too complex and challenging. You can't do it alone. Did you get me on that? You're going to need some help. And so why don't you go to the Spirit of the universe, the Creator of the universe, the one who loves you more than life itself because He gave up His life for you. Follow and become a Jesus entrepreneur. Alongside of that, we would like to help you in any way we can. Again, I simply say, my name is Stan. I'm the man with the plan. I can help you become one of the select 3% who know who they are, what they want, where they're going, and they have a plan and a path to get there. And we can help you do that. Once again, RadioEdge77@gmail.com, RadioEdge77@gmail.com. We'll be back. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. Let's stay in connection, as we say, in tune and in touch. All the best and blessings. May the week go well for you. Until next time, bye for now.